gentlemen, welcome aboard this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff. Good morning, everybody, and a warm welcome to Hunky Dory TV and our Tuesday live launch show. It's going to be a very exciting show today. I'm really looking forward to it. My name's Dan. I'm going to be your host. The disembodied voice in the corner over there somewhere is producer Emily. Good morning, Emily.
Morning.
Morning. Morning, Emily. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
She's good. And over at the demonstration station, a lady I am so excited to be on a show with. We haven't done a show together in ages. It's Natalie Muspratt.
Hi, everyone.
Good morning, Natalie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. A little bit tired today. It was a long day yesterday down at Create Craft, but I'm here and ready to go because this is a good launch.
It's a good launch. Now, you must be a tired teddy because you did it. Am I right in saying you did it in one day?
Yeah.
So everyone, we're in Preston in the sunny north of the UK, and Peterborough is where the studios are for Create Craft. And you drove there, did 3 shows over 3 separate hours, and then drove back all in
one day.
Tired teddy. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you raring to go?
Raring to go.
And there's a lot to show you. We've got some fantastic new products today, a brand new live launch, and it's one of your favorites. We already know that from Create Craft yesterday, but it's one of your favorite themes as well. So we're really looking forward to it. Okay, what do I need to do first? We need to take a little look at this week's Win It Weekly. Are you ready? Roll VT. It's £100 worth of goodies up for grabs. And what are those £100 worth of goodies? Well, it's this. Move it to there. It's our Animal Kingdom second season.
What a good prize.
A gorgeous kit. You'll see in a second. Wow, look at that. Love the animals in this. Absolutely beautiful. It's the second launch of our incredible Animal Kingdom collection worth £19.99. There are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
5 winners.
5 winners. We're having 5 winners. And the winners will be announced on Friday. But to be in with a chance of winning, we need your answer to this question. We would love you to like, share, and comment. What are rainbows that occur at night called?
I know this answer.
You know the answer?
Yeah.
Okay, I've not even seen the question. I like this. What are rainbows that occur at night called? Is it A, sleepy bows? Oh, that's quite cute. I like sleepy bows. Is it B, star bows? Must be, surely. Or is it C, moon bows? Oh.
It's actually like really, really pretty. So during Christmas, me and Dan started watching loads of random documentaries on Disney Plus, and there's quite a lot. Discovery Plus is on there, so there's quite a lot of like David Attenborough, Our Planet, that type of stuff. So Dan was watching one of them, and it was specifically on this event, and it is so pretty.
Is it?
Yeah, it tends to happen where sort of like waterfalls are.
Okay.
More than anything.
Okay. So there's water involved, because there's water involved in a rainbow. It's the light refracting from the droplets of water,
but
I guess.
You can only see it at certain times, but it is really pretty.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you any more than that because I'm sure Google will give you the rest.
You can only see it at certain times. That's interesting. Sleepy bows. Well, I go to sleep every night. I don't sleep as well as I'd like, but I try to go to sleep every night. Star bows. Stars can be in certain places. Moon at different times. Moon bows. The moon is different sizes at different times.
Isn't it
Maybe
crazy
that's
that
got
the
something
moon...
to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, guys, if you want to be in with a chance of winning, make sure that you get your comment in the comments, either on Facebook, in the comments on YouTube, or you can indeed enter on the Hunky Dory Hub, where you'll get loads and loads of great education, cool craft videos, and you'll be able to watch all of our previous videos and so on and so forth. But please do enter. It'll be 10 a.m. on our Thank Craft It's Friday show that we will be looking for some winners, and we'll announce the winners at the end of that show. We'll also be spinning the...
wheel.
On Friday. Very exciting. Okay. Would you like to have a little bit of inspiration about or from our brand new collection? The collection is the Perfect Day Deco-Large collection. It's absolutely beautiful. It's big, it's bold, it's beautiful, and we're going to show you some cards, and then I'll meet you over at the big pack shot. It's such a perfect day.
I'm glad I spent it with you. Dun, 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 dun.
Well done, Natalie. I'm sure we're not actually allowed to do that, so we do
Probably
apologise
not.
to the owners of the copyright. Anyway,
It's the perfect song to go with this collection.
the perfect song to go with this perfect collection. It's a Deco-Large collection, and you can see by my sheer wingspan the amount of goodies that are in this Deco-Large collection.
It's quite incredible laid out like that.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
You really do get to see absolutely everything.
You absolutely do.
It's
There are
amazing.
12 different designs. Of course, you get an inspiration sheet you'd see here, and we'll show you all of this in detail. Do not worry. There are 12 different designs, so you get 2 of each. So you're going to make at least 24 cards. We know you make a lot more than 24 cards with this main kit. You get your base layers, which are sort of large size toppers. Then you're going to get your Deco-Large, which is going to go on top of that, all die cut, all foiled. You press it straight out, put it on top. You're going to get 24 sheets of coordinating cardstock. Down at the bottom, because we know you're going to make more than 24 cards, you get 36 inserts in here as well. And that right there is a gorgeous little book, a square little book. The price has just popped up on the screen here. The Perfect Days Designer Deco-Large Ultimate Collection. If you want this whole kit, £39.97. But I wrote myself something here. If you are in the club, which you should be because it's free to join Club Hunky Dory, you'll get 5% off just for being logged in. So you won't pay £39.97, you'll pay £37.97. If you're a Platinum member, which means that you subscribe to our magazine, you'll actually pay £35.97. So that's £4 off there.
It's all about the deals.
It's all about the deals. You're saving £10 on this bundle. These individual products are available separately, and we're going to go and show you them over at the other studio now. Here we go. This is the block of kit that you get here in your Deco-Large. This is just the Deco-Large I'm showing here. So you can buy the Deco-Large on its own for £29.99. Obviously, that Ultimate Bundle will bring that price back up now. That Ultimate Bundle of £39.97 includes the inserts that are worth a tenner. It includes the little book that's worth a tenner.
It's so much worth getting it all together, isn't it?
It is. You're saving a £10 there. So, shall we take a little look through? Inspiration sheet. If you get this home, you want a little bit of mojo, you want something to show you exactly where to start, there are cards here you can absolutely copy or do something similar. Or do something, a little bit different. It's totally up to you. Show you the coordinating products, which we will go through on the show as well. That comes in there. And then let's take a little look at the Deco-Large. So, these are your base layers. I said those base layers that are super-sized toppers, if you will. This one here comes with beautiful sort of foil corners as well. You've obviously got borders on there and you've got lovely sentiments. The design is beautiful. The artwork in this is gorgeous. You get 2 of these, as you can see. Then you get your Deco-Large that will go on top, which you just press out. It's all die cut, all foiled, as you can see. There we go. You just press it straight out, and you're going to layer this up from the largest to the smallest, whether you use silicone glue for some dimension or whether you use foam pads, completely up to you. And then you get the cardstock as well. You're getting 2 sheets of everything that I'm showing you here. So you get the cardstock as well. What I'm going to do, if it's okay, is I'm going to show you, as we go along, cards that have been made with each of the decoupage that I show you.
It's so important because I think you get to see the real beauty of Deco-Large and just how stunning it is when it's all made together. There's nothing quite like Deco-Large when you're making cards.
Isn't that beautiful? That's gorgeous. You've got the little blue tits there and all of his friends as well, Chaffinch and others. I'm rubbish with birds. My father-in-law is
really
excellent
bad with
them.
birds. From Creating Craft yesterday, though, Martin gave me a little
heads up.
A little heads up. There's quite a few there's a long-tailed tit, there's a blue tit.
Oh, is there? Well, I've seen the blue tits.
What else is there on there?
'Cause there's a blue tit.
There's a finch.
Is there? And is that
one
that
with
could
the
be a
red
great tit?
thing?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely
beautiful,
group
though.
absolutely beautiful. Our bird table looks nothing like that. It's something we put out. The birds never came, and now it's just slowly but surely losing the will to live in the corner. Do you know what I mean?
I wasn't allowed one this year because obviously when we moved in, there was no birds coming around. But next year I'm going to get a big one.
Absolutely. We've got a gorgeous harbour scene here as well. I'll show you
This
the
one's
decoupage.
very pretty.
This is really, really
great
pretty.
for more male cards if fishing is something people are into. But also, it's just a beautiful scene. Like, you could have been on holiday to some of these places in the UK. You know, those idyllic sort of like fishing villages. Pop this in with some photographs. Make a scrapbook page using this.
You can just see the foil accents just tripping off that boat there, the lovely red boat in the foreground. Absolutely gorgeous. And obviously you can see the depth that you get in here with this Deco-Large. Numerous layers, which means you get a lot of depth. If you want to send these in envelopes, you absolutely can. But if you want to, there are handmade card boxes on this show later on that are really useful. There's your decoupage. You get extra sentiments on your decoupage sheets as well. And you get the lovely harbour scene as well in that corner. One of the things that the guys do, which is really, really clever, is that they make the Deco-Large, they make the design, the image on the cardstock the same size as the Deco-Large. So it's up to you whether you use these toppers here as toppers, or whether you put decoupage on them, or whether you put the Deco-Large onto the cardstock instead, save these as toppers separately.
Because that way as well, it means that you have so much more ability for the versatility in the cards. You have so much more... you're going to make so much more cards as well.
Natalie, did you just say you've got versatility with the, what was it you said? It was brilliant.
I'm not sure.
But it rhymed, whatever it was.
rhymed.
I liked it.
You've got a lot more versatility.
There we go. Love the teapot there. I love the flowers in the background. Really, really, really pretty. There's some gorgeous cards.
So much you can do with these collections.
So why is it called a perfect day? Because it is the perfect day at home and in the country. Look at the hedgehog there. Absolutely gorgeous. We love this little guy. And again, I'm going to show you this as we go along. So this is your hedgehog made up. And you can see the depth as well with the little baby hedgehog there. And the designs really pop out from the background, don't they? You get so much dimension with these. Absolutely gorgeous. Walking there with the dogs.
This is my favourite.
Is that your favourite?
Yeah.
It is lovely.
It reminds me of so many like walks we've done
of course, because you have the dog now, don't you?
We do have the dog, but we've not been able to do dog walks like that. But in the past, there's lots of really beautiful sort of like places we walk around near us, and they all look like that. So it is really quite. It reminds me of that a lot. Now,
it's completely up to you how many layers you use, guys. So you don't have to use all the layers. And you, as we said before, you can split your layers between the cardstock and the toppers themselves. The lambs here are beautiful.
I love this one.
And made up, it's so cute, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Love that. Really, really beautiful. You've got the daffodils on there as well. The little Easter eggs in the bottom. So there's some perfect cards for this time of year. It's a real spring feel to this kit, isn't it? There you go. You've got the dog tucked away. Very, very cute. And the cat as well on there. So the dog and the cat living perfectly together, which is not quite how it happens in our house. There we go. Again, I can show you that one.
Looking at every single image that we've got here, you can reminisce, and it reminds you of like certain times. Maybe you went away and stayed in a cottage, and you were cooking up dinner and enjoying the sunshine, or you were walking around visiting some beautiful places when you couldn't go on holiday. You were going to all those really cute villages and stuff around the UK.
Well, that reminds me of Ilmington,
really
which is a lovely village that is very close to our hearts, mine and my family's, and we go to Ilmington as often as we can. We try and get down there every year. There's a superb pub down there called the Howard's Arms. If you're ever in the area, it's fantastic. Look at that. There we go. Gorgeous. Love the bike. Really, really nice. I'll show you something as well. So here's an example of how you can take this up a notch.
Yeah.
And turn this into something that you can actually put on the wall.
Definitely.
In a frame there. If you want to put some acetate over there, then that would sort of protect the Deco-Large as well. Not that you're going to have any problems with all this, because it is acid and lignin free. So it isn't going to yellow. It isn't going to go off over time. which is really, really important. All your cardstock is adorable scoreable, 350 GSM, as you would expect from us here at Hunky Dory Crafts. So you know that your cards are going to stand straight and true when you score them with our lovely, adorable scoreboard. Let me see if I can find. Look, that was that church there. Isn't that beautiful?
So pretty?
Isn't that lovely?
It's so stunning with all those flowers in around it as well.
Isn't it? But you can just see here the depth and how it really pops out in comparison to the flat version that's next to it. It's really, really lovely. And then we have this gorgeous little what's the word? Composition, not cornucopia, Dan. Little composition. Lots of sentiments on there as well, as you can see.
So many, and some more on that sheet as well. One thing I love about this kit more than any others is that each design is not tailored to a certain thing.
No.
You can use it for so many different occasions.
That's that decoupage again. So I know I'm moving the cards around a lot today, which might seem a bit strange, but it's just to show you that depth. Okay, and then there's this one, which is the lovely kittens in the wheelbarrow.
Love it.
That I believe you're going to demonstrate for us now. Is that right?
We're going to show you exactly, when you get your decollage home, how to build it up and put it together.
Okay, let's go across the
That's
mat.
the most important thing. So I've got my base layer. I've cut this in half. We only need one side, and then I've got my sheet. Now some of these small little fiddly bits we've already popped out and layered on top. So what you want to do is, I always actually put my foam pads on the back before I start building it up. So these have already got foam pads on, but then you just want to go around. You can either do it with your fingers like I'm doing here, or do it with your craft knife, so you know that all your edges are nice and sort of smooth when you pop them all out. But it's just like taking a topper out of a kit. They've just got tiny little pips that join them all together, so they're not thousands of pieces all over the place.
No,
so
they're easy to come out of the backing card, aren't they?
You just need to sort of wiggle them around, because some bits will have sort of like tinier sort of flowery edges, or you'll have the little tops of the kitten's head. So be careful when you're popping it out. Don't sort of remove it, but you can easily just...
You tease them out rather than drag them out.
Yeah.
One of the really nice things about this, and you might have had decoupage, die-cut decoupage at home before now, is that this is 300 GSM card. Which means that when you do take it out, it's very, very unlikely to rip or damage, which is what you can get when you're doing it with something with a lower quality, if you will, something that's made out of paper, for instance.
And another thing as well is that each and every layer is foiled. Some companies who do decollage in this way will only have the foiling on like the top layer because that's what you see. But we know that to get the most out of your kit, you want to have it on every layer, because not every person wants to use every single piece that you've got. People like to mix and match, so that's a really nice thing to think of. Okay, so now we're going to start layering this up. I've got foam pads on these little pieces here, but we're going to add some more to these sections. And there's so many different foam pads available on our website, which are the perfect size for your decollage. We've got our larger selections, which have our rectangles and our squares. We've got our strip foam pads, if you like to cut your foam pads down to make sure that they're going to fit. We've got round foam pads as well, which are going to work really, really nicely with some of the images that we've got on here. So I'm just going to add that there. I'm going to pop another, I'm just going to trim this down because it's the right height, but not the right length. And then I'm going to get some super skinny strips, and I'm just going to put one across the center of my wheel, and then I'm just going to go around the edge so that edge doesn't dip, because you want to make sure that you've got those sort of pieces all standing up on top of each other.
And this is where your different size foam pads really do come into effect, don't they? It's you can see that you're using there all different sorts of sizes, all different sorts of shapes, but it's going to mean that it's all going to be on the level that you want it to be.
Yeah, and you need these different sizes as well, because some of the pieces can be really small, some of the pieces can be bigger. Some of these pieces where we've got cutouts as well, you just need a tiny sort of slither to fit in, and that's where these super skinny ones come in perfectly. So then it's all about just layering it up. So take your base layer and that main top layer and just sort of place it over the edge. Now on this piece here, this is where you can sort of curve your decollage as well. That's going to give it a little bit of shape, even if you're using foam pads, or if you're using silicone glue, then you can get in here with your embossing tools and you can sort of round those cats, the top of those cats, so they really, really come to life. And that's something that our Barbara does when she's working on Deco-Large.
This really does help.
Loves to sort of shape.
Doesn't she? And it really does help, doesn't it? It helps
does.
to that rounding it off, and that, because things in life aren't flat, are they?
No,
Everything's
they're
sort
not
of got nuance to it.
So doing this, it really does. It's only slight, and I'm not using an embossing tool to do this. I'm just sort of using the flat part of my finger there, just to pop it underneath and sort of round the Deco-Large all the way across. So let's just take
We are
these
getting
off.
so many lovely comments from people who really love this kit. Diane says that she loves the lambs. Jackie says that it looks like the lambs are laughing. People are saying moon bows.
Moon bows.
Moon bows, which is good. Lovely collection. Moira is very tempted, she says, and I'm not surprised. Viv says perfect for male and female cards.
It's
It
so
absolutely
true.
is.
It is a real great mix of both male and female, and sometimes it's really hard to get that in a kit, but this one really, it does the job perfectly.
Gemma has ordered this sheet, and so glad that she does. It looks fab, Natalie. That's absolutely right. So if you want to, if you can't stretch to the ultimate bundle or to the individual kits on their own, you can buy individual Deco-Large kits. So this is available, the one that Natalie is using right now, for £2.49 on the
Look at all
website.
that dimension that you've got on there. It's absolutely crazy. So now we've got our Deco-Large made up. All we have to do is turn this into a card. And we are going to do a little easel on here. And I'm going to use a 5x5. I'm just going to bring my trimmer in, because our topper, which is going to go on here, is actually a little bit too big, because I just want to use this shape to do that, sort of the top piece. So I'm going to take off an inch off each side, straight down to that score line, and then we'll flip it over, and then using our trimmer and the sort of amazing technology you've got within that blade, we can just remove those pieces. Then I'll bring in my score board, and I'm going to score it, not cut it. I'm going to score this at 7.5, so that's going to create my easel for my card, but it's also going to allow us, when we stick this on top, that you don't have sort of paper around the outside. You've just got this section as your sort of easel. Then what we'll do is we'll layer this up. So I've got some gold mirror, and I've got my cardstock. Now this cardstock is really, really pretty, and you can use it in so many different ways. It's got some really nice fancy edges, which means if you want to fussy cut in there, create different layers and dimension, you could fussy cut along this section here, bring that up to make either an 8x8, a 5x7, an A5 card, and then actually layer your decoupage straight onto this, and that would look really pretty as well.
That's really important, because you can chop those card blanks up and make them any size you want. That's why we give you A4 cardstock, so that you can have those ideas and move things around.
So I'm going to keep this to one side to use on a different card, and then I'm going to trim this to 3 notches below 5, so I've got a nice section. Now this is only a tiny piece that we've got left over here, but I tell you, you can use that for different things. Do not throw away your bits and pieces, because they all come in handy. Okay, some tape now. A double-sided tape on both of those panels. And we'll pop this on, and then all we need to do is add a stopper. So I'm going to use some of the sentiments that we've got on this collection for that. So the sentiments on here read, happy birthday to you, love and best wishes, and wishing you a day filled with wonderful surprises, which is a very nice one, isn't it?
Caroline Johnson has just said something beautiful. She said, I just love watching you.
Oh.
We love you being with us as
We
well.
do.
Thank you so much
We love that
for
you've
spending some
joined
time
us.
with us this morning. We hope you're enjoying the show.
So pop that now onto the back of here. Now when you do this, and this is really important, is that sometimes when you cut this down, you will have sort of little white overhangs on these edges where, you know, you've trimmed it from the point that you thought was right, but it just sort of overhangs, and that's just to do with where the score sits in the card blank. when it's already sort of a card blank that has a scoring, it can be quite tough.
You're always going to get, you know, a 1/2 millimetre or a 1/4 of a millimetre, and it sounds like nothing, but actually when it's a white bit, you can see it, can't you?
You can see it.
But it's dead easy to trim away. You just use the, you used your mirror there as a guide, didn't you?
Yeah, just trimmed it off my mirror. Pop this on here, so I hide in those edges, and that's going to sit nicely. So then our stopper, I think I was going to put a little bit of something across there, but I don't think it's necessary. I think all we're going to do is add, I think this one's too big, and the green one is probably not the right colour for the cardstock I've sort of trimmed away, so we'll just add this under here. We're going to use our foam pads, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one down in half, and then we're going to use 2 foam pads sort of back to back to give it that height to keep our decoupage in place. So let's do that. And then we have a card all ready to go.
Annette says that she's ordered the full kit but didn't get a 5% discount for being a Club Hunky Dory member. Annette, if you contact the service team, they will sort that out for you. It may be that you weren't logged in, or that for some reason it logged you out beforehand, because you absolutely should. That's correct, Emily, yes? Yeah. Absolutely, 100%. That's good.
A really cute little easel demonstrating the real beauty of Deco-Large.
That's gorgeous. I love the 3 kittens. They're ever so cute.
They are
in the wheelbarrow together. And if you were transporting kittens, they don't like going in those little cat carriers, do they? They don't like it at all.
They don't.
They would much prefer to be in a wheelbarrow,
Probably.
I think. It would be a lot of fun. I like that. Thank you so much, Natalie. I was just going to show, if I can, there's another easel card here that we've got.
Oh, this one's
I'll
really
go to this one if that's all right.
it?
Sorry, my fault. There we go. So this is using, so you can also back this with a bit of gold mirror there, should you so choose. But the bike is lovely, isn't it? Look at the wheels there and the dimension, the number of layers that you've got. So, so pretty. It uses our original adorable scoreable, this Deco-Large collection. So it's not glossy, it's sort of silk. It's just a satin finish, which is really, really pretty. And it makes the cards really, really pop, and the artwork really, really pops. You can see the foil just moving across it there. Absolutely gorgeous and dead simple to do. Now, what size was the card that you started with?
It was a 5x5.
So it's a 5x5. Just chopping away those little sections.
Yeah, so the one that
so clever.
I think, is Jane made that card?
It was Jane.
The one that Jane's made there would have been a A5 card blank, and then she's sort of brought it down.
She's just trimmed everything away apart from that section there. It's a really clever way of making an easel card.
It's so clever to think about utilising your card blanks in so many different ways. Think about the card blanks that we had on Monday's show, all of those different colours. You can create different cards just from a card blank. You just have to be clever about the composition and the way that you use it.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. There's another one here I'm just going to show, which is the birds. Again, you get a bit of a better close-up on this so that you can see the different birds that are there. Just in a gatefold card, again, you could pop some inserts in there, which will just finish that card beautifully. And again, uses these lovely foil corners that came on that topper sheet. Really, really pretty. This Deco-Large collection is absolutely gorgeous. It's launching here today. It's our live launch today. Tuesday the 25th, is it already, of January?
Yeah.
Where is it going? We're nearly at the end of January. Absolutely amazing. Tuesday the 25th, this is our live launch today, the gorgeous new Deco-Large collection. I'll tell you what I do. I'll show you some inserts, but before I do, I'm just going to remind you about our Win It Weekly. So, should you want to be in with a chance of winning one of 5 of our lovely Animal Kingdom second season luxury topper collections with the inspiration sheet, and there are 8 topper sets in here, so 24 sheets in total.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Foiled and die cut, looking absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Is it a tiger? Is it a snow leopard? Snow leopard, I think there, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. If you want to be in with a chance of winning, we need the answer to this question. Are you ready? What are rainbows that occur at night called? Are they A, sleepy bows? Are they B, star bows? Or are they C, moon bows? One of those answers is right. And if you can get the right answer, you will go into the hat to be one of the 5 winners, or to have a chance of being one of the 5 winners on our Thankcraft It's Friday show at 10 o'clock on Friday, this Friday, which will be the 28th or 9th or something. I can't do maths. To remind you as well, a couple of reminders. Our Crafting with Hunky Dory issue 63 is now available, and this does feature not only your beautiful birdie blossoms that you can see on the front there, plus a load of other launches that we've brought to you this January, but it also has the gorgeous Perfect Days Deco-Large in there as well. Natalie, that's you down there.
It is.
Say hello.
Hi.
Hi, that's Natalie down at the bottom. So that's a card that Natalie's made. You get the how-tos in this. You get so many projects. It should say on the front how many projects. At least 85 projects using the latest and greatest Hunky Dory goodies. It's a gorgeous magazine. The team designed it here, and it comes with bucket loads of free gifts as well. Only £8.99. Again, you will get your club discount on that. I'm going to show you very quickly that on the back.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this.
Look at these guys. This is coming soon.
Best weekend ever.
It's going to be amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's coming soon to you here at Hunky Dory. This is Muddy Paws, and you will be able to get your hands on that within a couple of weeks. Says coming soon there. It's the Luxury Topper Collection, Muddy Paws. Lots and lots of fun in that kit, you can see. Over 90 different, it says over 90 different projects on screen, with 4 free gifts worth over £16. That's a lot of money. That's a lot for not a lot.
I know.
Which is very good. Okay, would you like to see some inserts?
Do it.
Tell you what we're going to do now. I'm going to show the inserts quite quickly.
Okay.
Yeah? And then I'm going to show the little book relatively quickly.
Okay.
Because we're going to come back to you.
Yep.
So that we can get some more demonstrations.
We
Is
are.
that cool? Okay. Let's take a look then at these lovely luxury inserts. They're going to be a watermark effect. So there you go. When I take some of the light off, you can see. It's watermark. The design is there, but it's not too bright. You want to be able to write on these. You can write on these because they are 140 GSM. Am I right?
Yes.
They're between 135 and 115. I can't remember
Yeah,
what. And that's
know.
terrible preparation, Daniel. I do apologise. Emily will find out for me. They're uncoated paper, which means that you can write on them. Even if you want to use your rollerball, your fountain pen, you're going to be able to write on them, and it shouldn't smudge for you.
It also means that they're
140.
They're not too thick that they'll fit through your printer. So if you're someone who really likes to write quite big verses on your cards, then you can pop these through your printer and print out your sentiments or the middles of your cards as well.
So these are going to coordinate perfectly with the Deco-Large. As you can see, there's the bike. So you'll be able to tell very quickly which one
definitely.
goes.
Which is why it's
with
so
which one.
amazing to have Hunky Dory products,
Lovely.
because everything coordinates so easily together, and it's very, very difficult to mess up with these kits.
Absolutely right. You're going to get, so I showed you 12 different designs, one for each of the Deco-Large. You're going to get 3 of each in that, so 36 sheets for just £9.99. And again, as Nat said, they will go through your printer as well at home. Okay, let's take a look at the little book. This is the square little book of Perfect Days. And I'll see if I can do a reasonable job of showing you some of the artwork in here. 150 pages in here. That's 150 GSM sheets of gorgeous artwork. Now, the easiest thing you can do with this is just grab one of the sheets out and take them out. It's padded, so you can just pull one sheet out.
Yeah.
I'll go on then. There we go. It's as simple as that.
It is as simple as that.
And mount it onto a piece of Miri card, yes?
Yeah, you can use our Miri mats, our 5x5 Miri mats, and we'll fit them beautifully because they're just ever so slightly smaller than 5x5. So you have that ability to easily make quick cards. But it is beautiful, whether you're doing Miri or whether you're using some of the adorable scorable that we've got on the show as well. You're going to be able to make really, really nice cards. These also fit perfectly in those 6x6 frames that we have for you on the show. So have a look at that, because you can easily make beautiful home decor projects by popping these in those 6x6s.
So they're important. Within this little book, not only do you get 25 different designs, but some of them are the gorgeous sentiments that you can see here that can just be cut out. You can see there is a sort of a direction of where you cut out, if you will. So if you don't have the perfect sentiment in your kit that you want to use, look at that pussycat there.
Sometimes you don't want to use foil as well.
Absolutely.
So it's really, really nice to have that option.
There's that beautiful harbour, or a different scene of the harbour, and you do get extra artwork in this above and beyond the artwork that is in the main kit. You saw the lambs there. There's those, oh, look at the butterfly with them as well. Those gorgeous kittens from before that Natalie was demonstrating. It's really, really pretty artwork. It's really attractive. It's perfect for this time of year. And there's 150 pages in there in total, 25 different designs. £9.99. Right, shall we go back to Natalie as quick as we can for another demo?
Okay, so I'm going to use my little book actually, and I kind of wanted to do like a tunnel card without it being too fancy. So I'm using this design, and I'm going to cut one of my layers from this. So I'm just going to do sort of like above the water here. So you've got the bird on, so we'll just cut around this, and it is really easy to use your scissors to cut these papers because they are really, really flexible. They've got a beautiful finish on them, which just sort of like glides your scissors across. It's super, super easy to pop together. So let's just cut that bit down, go across the water here, and then we'll finish by just going under the bird there, and then just around his tail.
These prism scissors that Natalie's using there are available. There are 3 different pairs of scissors in a pack for £14.99. Can you just show them just for a very quick sec, Nat, just to show the sort of unicorn horn effect on them? Isn't it gorgeous? Hunky Dory engraved onto that as well. They're titanium. They're £14.99 for a set of 3 different ones. People use them for all sorts. I cannot tell you how many thousands, nay tens of thousands of pairs of these scissors have been sold by us here at Hunky Dory, and people use them for absolutely everything. We have a pair that we use them for food at home. We use them for absolutely everything.
For food?
Absolutely, you know, cutting up the chicken or whatever. We genuinely we do. Not the same pairs that we craft with, admittedly, but yes.
Okay,
we
so
use
we've
them for
got
everything.
4 layers now of our Deco-Large, and I'm gonna use 2 at the front, and we're gonna have 2 sort of behind. So just using my pieces of foam pads again, that I'm just going to add foam to all of these sort of sections. So put on there and then just pop that on, because it is paper, it's a little bit more flimsy. You want to make sure that you've got the right sort of like sturdiness with your foam pads. I'm going to pop this on here. And then I'm going to utilise some of the adorable scribble that Dan will show you after this, I'm sure, and some of our beautiful patterned cardstock as well that we've launched with this collection, because they all work so, so beautifully together. Another large strip, because these are quite flexible. I'll be able to bend this around that shape.
That's brilliant. So these foam pads are available on our website, guys. There are also bundles that we do with the foam pads. Keep your eyes out for our Super Saver shows. We do them at the beginning of every month, or the end of every month, really, I should say. Is that right, Em? Yeah. Around the beginning or the end of every month. Yeah, you get these Super Saver shows, and you get these fantastic deals on foam pads. And there are different types of this. You've got your large ones that you use in there, but those they're so clever, those bendy ones, aren't they?
They are perfect for shaker cards, for frames of your toppers. They fit really, really nicely. There's no sort of like trimming down you need to do with them. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Then what I've got is a piece of the green adorable scorable from the Perfect Days selection. And we're going to take this on our scoreboard, and I'm going to score it at 1 and 2. And then I'm going to flip it and score it again. This is 9 by 5 inches, the piece of cardstock we've got here. And then what we'll do is I'm going to fold this up like so. And hopefully this will be the right size to fit our image just inside, but we've got a nice green edge the whole way around. So let's stick that in. We're just going to stick this first layer in with our double-sided tape. So we'll pop that down, and I'm just going to, because I want to make sure that it is super, super in line and we've got that nice edge, I'm just going to sort of have my tape on the 2 sides so that when we stick this in place, we know that it's level, then we can peel the rest of the tape off. And then I'm going to put in level sort of 2 of my Deco-Large, which has these hedgehog's heads sort of cut out and around here. So we'll pop that on here and layer that up. There we go. And then I've got a piece of acetate next. Now my acetate is 5 by 7. So I've taken those 2 inches off that we had, and it will fit perfectly on there and give you that sort of dimension that we've got. So we'll stick that on. I'm going to use red tape to do that, and I'm just going to pop it centrally down my 1-inch green panels. So pop it along there. Don't go too far to the top and the bottom, because we are going to sort of stick this down together by popping something over the top, so you don't want to have too much space in there. So now we can stick our acetate over the top, like so.
The colour of green really works, doesn't it?
It is. It's a really nice shade. It matches so beautifully.
It's spring, isn't it? And
it is.
Slowly but surely, the daffs are just thinking about it. We've put loads of snowdrops in last year, and I've not seen them yet, so I'm not quite sure what's going on, because I thought they'd be up by now. But maybe I've got that wrong. I'm not 100% sure when snowdrops come out, but yeah, spring is just starting to appear, and that green really reminds you of it, doesn't it?
So our elements are in now.
Wow.
Then what I'm going to do is place this layer on top, because this is going to give you that sort of like real dimension. I could have added another level between here and then stuck this on, and then stuck my my last piece on, and that would have given me even more sort of dimension to this piece. But just sort of by eye, we'll stick that over the top there, and then our last piece is going to go on top, and this has just got that element with the sort of water on this bit.
Diane says that her crocuses have started to come up already. Viv says the snowdrops are out. Have you pinched all my snowdrops, Viv? What's going on? That's what I'd like to know. Elaine says, wish you could make some spring scissors, Dan. Do me a favour, Elaine. Will you email us at studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk? Just to explain a little bit more about exactly what you mean about spring scissors. I think I've got an idea as to what you mean, because it's certainly something I will look into for you, okay? Guys, if there is anything ever that you want from us here at Hunky Dory, just let us know, and we will do our best to accommodate. You can email us at studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. I'm Daniel at hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. Natalie is Natalie at hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. Emily is troublemaker at hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. Is that true, Emily?
Yes.
Yes? Finally, she admitted it.
So I've cut from our other Adorable Scorable pack, just shorter than 1 inch, these little strips, and I've just added some ribbon. Now I'm going to stick that on top of my acetate. I've only used double-sided tape on here, so possibly I would go in again with a little bit more of our red tape, just to make sure it's super stuck down, but this tape will do the job for now. So we've got those bits and pieces together. I'm going to then add my sentiment from, where should we put that? Should we put it down here? My sentiment from the little book, so it all coordinates together, because we've got no gold mirror on here. So we want it to all work really nicely together. Our ribbon as well that we have on the show coming up comes in 2 different widths. So you've got 6mm and 3mm, which means you've got room for the different sort of like dimensions. So I've gone in with 3 for the edges, and then I'm just going to add a little bow to the top corner with my 6. So just getting that to where I want it to be.
Now, this is spring on a plate. It really is.
It's so much fun.
The cardstock that has been used to trim the sides is available. I'm going to show you that in a minute, guys. But I just absolutely love that the hedgehogs looking down into the mirror, the mirror pool beneath them. It's really cute, isn't it?
I'm just looking for our glue dots then, because they are the absolute companion when it comes to sticking little ribbon bows down. So pop that on my card and then just peel that away. And then I can stick this.
Oh, that's a clever way of doing it. Keeping it on the piece of acetate. That's very clever.
Super, super easy. And then there you go. You've got that whole scene there, which is absolutely filled with dimension because we've added those layers a lot further away by utilising that acetate.
Okay, I have to say, there is no doubt about it. Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
That is my favourite card of 2022 so far. Not by a distance, that's a bad thing to say.
We're gonna have to change that, aren't we? Quite
Isn't
quickly.
that lovely? I love
Challenge
that.
myself.
So cute. And if you'd have wanted to, guys, as many layers as you want of the hedgehogs here to bring them out, you bring them out at different levels. You can do whatever you want with this, and that is the joy of the decoupage style of card making. Really, really pretty. Nat, that's gorgeous. The original artwork you start with is so pretty, but what you do with it, that's so clever. And actually wasn't that difficult.
It really wasn't.
It's something that I feel that I could do that, but I would be amazed at the having made something like that. It looks so smart. Well done, Natalie, and thank you very much. Okay, couple more products to show you guys, and then guess what we're going to do? We're going to go back to Nat for another demo.
We'll squeeze it in.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, so I will run through these then. Okay, so this is our Perfect Days Adorable Scoreable selection. As you can see, it's the colours of spring. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, I love that peach there. Gorgeous colours. Really, really pretty. There are 30 sheets in here, and they're gonna style perfectly, coordinate perfectly with your Perfect Days Adorable Scoreable selection. 350 GSM, as you would expect. It's got that super uber duper wobble factor. It's adorable scoreable. You know it and you love it. It's going to score perfectly, not feather, not crack, not when you crease it. It'll be absolutely gorgeous. We also have, and you saw this on Natalie's card then, I've got a pack here. That's the full pack of 24 sheets.
Absolute favourite thing, this.
Really nice, isn't it?
So beautiful.
Cottage Florals, Adorable Scoreable Pattern Pack. So a brand spanking new pattern pack. 24 sheets of Cottage Florals. Lovely ditzy florals, tiled up onto A4 sheets. 350 GSM, as you'd expect. Love that. That's gorgeous. Different flowers in there, but they're going to make perfect backgrounds for your spring and into summer card making. Anything where you want to be bright and cheerful.
Yeah.
Cards to say hello, cards to say thank you, cards to say get well soon, cards to say happy springtime birthday, cards to say happy Easter. It's completely up to you. You can make them with that Cottage Florals Adorable Scoreable Pattern Pack. That will, I'm sure, go into our, if it's a pattern pack, it automatically goes into our multi-buy pattern packs. Is that correct? Yes. So you can actually mix and match with other pattern packs that are available. When they come out, they are limited edition, all of them. So they stay for, sometimes it's a month. They've gone in 2 weeks before now. Sometimes it's 6 months. It depends on how fast they move, but they move quite fast. So if you want one, grab it. Natalie mentioned the ribbon that she used here before. I'll put it onto this one. There we go. So here's a pack of ribbon. For the lady who needs everything to coordinate perfectly, we have a ribbon selection, Perfect Days ribbon selection, in your Hunky Dory bag there. Contains 24 metres of ribbon, but 8 different colours. And as Natalie said, 2 different widths.
So in total, you get 1.5 metres of each.
Of each, that's perfect. Okay. Just £9.99 there. Again, everything, guys, make sure you are logged in on our website, because if you're logged in, you're automatically getting 5% off all full price items. And indeed, you get access to great things like club gifts. Okay, what else shall I show you? Well, 2 more things, is that okay? We'll show you some box frames, and Natalie, you're going to have to do a really good job of explaining this.
Oh, they're so easy to put together, you know.
Okay, so these are our box frames. Are you doing one of these today or are you not?
I'm not doing one today, but I can put one together if you pass me one over.
Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well if I pass you...
Because they are so easy to do.
Do you mind? Would you like a tall one or a portrait one or a square one?
Either or.
I'm going to give you a square one. Okay, I'm going to give you, would you like gold or silver?
I would like whichever.
Gold, okay.
Okay, you ready? So this is how quick these are to do, and this is why I absolutely love them. You can use glue or you can use tape. We're going to use tape right now. Red tape, because obviously it's a construction project. You want it to be nice and tight and in line. So pop your tape on the outside edges of all 4 of these elements here. And then what we're going to do is, while we're in the mood for taping things, let's pop out
I'm
this
in the mood
topper.
for taping. Sorry about
And
that.
what I'm going to do is just take away the foiled frame edge, because this is the front that will fit on your frame. And also, this is Ink Me, so they don't have to be white. You can colour these in to match your design. So let's just add our tape. We'll just put 2 pieces on because we're just showing you how to put them on. We're not going to sort of utilise this after that. So fold all of your little bits and pieces inwards. I would do 2 at a time. So do the sort of like 1 corner at a time, because the way that you roll them in, they sort of have to enclose into each other. So let's take off our tape now.
Okay, that makes sense. You can see here on the screen as well, so you get 12 of these, and you get 3, you get them in gold and silver in both square and rectangles, which is super.
I'm going to line the bases up to the score line here, and then roll that underneath. And then using like your pokey tool or maybe a pencil, that would be a good thing because it's flat and it'll fit all the way in. We'll just make sure that that is stuck down to the base there. And we'll do exactly the same with this one. Just pop my pencil in and making sure that red tape is stuck down. And then we'll do the other side. So
does it have to
roll
be a
these in.
Hunky Dory pencil you use, or will other pencils work?
Other pencils will work.
But just not quite as well.
Other pens would work. You just need something that's going to fit in there. If you've got super long, stretchy fingers, you might be able to use that as well. So we'll roll this one in, and I'm just going to stretch that out so it fits in that piece.
Sounds like we're doing yoga here with the roll and stretch, but we're not.
And then again with these pieces, let's just lift that into there. Oops. It's all about just sort of getting it into that section there. So if I just pull this up ever so slightly, then we can get that bit in. Oh, this one's come away now. It's these corners, there we go. Once you've got them, it will fit nicely together. And then just give it a little bit of a press, make sure you've got all of those elements together, and then to sort of secure it really nicely, then you can add your front onto it. And you know what? This front doesn't fit here. Do we have a front that fits?
I think I've given you the wrong size, haven't I?
We've got 8x8 ones there, but these are 6x6.
So
we need a 6x6 top, which I don't think we have. However, we do have them in the warehouse.
I'm going to dramatically apologise for giving you the wrong stuff now.
But
that is what you would do.
See how it would work. You would stick this on here if it was the right size, and we will make sure they're the right size going out to you at home as well. We'll go out to the warehouse personally.
Here is how
and check.
not to make a lovely box frame.
But that's how you put the base together, and that's the most difficult thing to sort of work out.
Now that top section is what was going to hold it all together and keep it all nice and neat, and the top section will be the right size. They're just not in the sample we've got here for some insane reason. We've got some handmade card boxes, both deep, square and rectangle. Handmade card boxes are a brilliant way. You can make your own handmade card boxes with the scoreboard and some Ink Me cardstock, but equally, if you want them already manufactured for you, they're already scored, pre-scored on a platen, so they're absolutely perfect. Dead easy to build, pop together, and this is going to be perfect for keeping your Deco-Large cards absolutely tip-top condition when you send them in the post. Okay, we have those as well, and the price is on screen, £8.99. Have we anything else to show, or should we go back to Nat for demo number 3?
Let's go back. I'm just preparing some acetate here while you're watching. So I've cut down a piece of acetate to 7 by 8 inches. I'm going to do a 6 by 8 card. 6 by 8 is a new favourite of ours at Hunky Dory. Kat loves to make 6 by 8s. They are a really nice size when you don't want it to be too wide, but you want it to still have the height.
Okay, that makes sense.
This time though, I'm actually going to make it lengthways.
Oh.
Because I want to be able to use my cottage florals, and I want you to be able to see more of it. So that's why we're doing this specific size.
So 6 by 8 will just be that little bit bigger than 7 by 5. So it's just a little bit more impact than a 7 by 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
because 7 by 5 is a lovely size as well, isn't it?
to work out it is, I love a 7x5. It's easier to work out your measurements if you're doing quite a lot because you've not got to think about it being A5. So let's stick this across, and this is going to be our card blank. So I've used Miri and I've used acetate, and we have created our own card blank. By sticking those two together, you've got a card blank ready to go. So let's decorate it up. And I'm going to use my favourite image. We're using the walkers, and I'm going to bring in this design. Now, to sort of make it work a little bit nicer, what we're going to do is we're going to stick a panel on the front to create, to not also help the card stand up properly, but to help with like where you pop your design on. And also it kind of makes a bit more sense because removing that green section away, you've created a totally different look.
Absolutely.
So let's
100%.
just trim that to 2 notches below the 6.
Okay, so you've gone 2 notches below the 6 because you're going to mat and layer this, aren't you?
I am.
Okay, and you need 1 notch all the way around the outside.
I do.
Okay.
And my mat is
We're learning.
ever so slightly a little bit bigger, and I've only done slight gold elements on this section. So let's stick that onto here, and then I'm going to actually build my Deco-Large onto here as well, which means we're saving that base layer. We've got room for another topper, which we can use with that green that we've just cut off. There's so much you're going to be able to sort of experiment and do with this card kit when you get it home.
So guys, if you want to, you can see that Natalie has just placed that directly onto that whole sheet of Miri. If you want to, you can use the inside of that Miri or the sections that are going to get covered up for you could just trim some of it out. You could die cut it.
You could.
So you could have die cut a couple of sentiments out of that central section. It would have been hidden. No one would ever know.
If I was really clever though and I'd thought about it before I stuck it down, what I would have done is stuck my Miri underneath my acetate and then stuck the image on top so you didn't see the workings.
Ah, okay.
But I'm not that clever.
Sense.
I'm not that clever.
I think you're doing yourself down there, Natalie. If there's one thing I can say about you, Natalie, your nails are lovely.
They're quite funky this week, aren't they?
They're
We've got
very funky.
little, kind of like cottage florals, like little flowers.
They really are.
So we'll open this up and we're going to pop in our adorable scorable into the back panel here. Before we stick this down though, we're going to add on some ribbon. So let's stick some double-sided tape over there onto those edges, and I'm going in with the really dark green because there's a lot of green in the topper image. We're going to sort of break up this pattern as well by doing that. So use your green, and I'm going in with the big one, and I'll just trim away these sections here. And there's enough on this left over actually that you could make a few bows with that as well. And then I'll stick this one over the top section.
Ribbon's lovely, isn't it? Because it's tactile.
It is.
It's sort of a different finish.
Let's just straighten that out because it was a little bit wonky.
Okay, Natalie, so today you and I are
Yes.
together for our first show together in
Forever.
what feels like donkey's years.
I know, I think Anne-Marie was keeping us away from each other.
Well, I know, we can be a bit pesty, but tomorrow, Natalie,
back.
I do believe we get to spend another hour together, and
We
in your
do.
company, I hope. People at home, whatever you're doing at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stop. When I say stop, make sure that you pull over carefully if you're in the car. Don't just stop. But yeah, stop and get onto Hunky Dory TV because tomorrow at 10 a.m. it's rather special.
It is.
You need to see what we have for you. And if you like the word that begins with F, ends in E, and has re in the middle, then you need to be watching tomorrow. If you like the word gift, you need to be watching tomorrow. If you like the word club, you need to be watching tomorrow. Any other reasons why they should be watching, guys?
To see your face.
My face.
That's a good reason to watch.
I have no words, Natalie. I have no words, but thank you very much. To see Natalie demonstrating with something brand spanking new tomorrow, it will be another live
I haven't
launch.
actually seen it yet as well either, you know.
Really?
Yeah, because when
Oh,
the team were working
Nat.
on it, I was at home being poorly, wasn't I?
Oh, Nat, it's terrific.
Right, so I'm not actually going to use all of my elements in this piece as well. I'm keeping these larger sections that we could use with our base layer or on something else. And I don't actually know whether I'll use the whole of this one. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to pop that one to one side so we can keep that as well. We're just going to go in with this one large layer and then the smaller pieces from our collection. So we can keep those other pieces to use again when it comes to a different card or maybe little elements on another piece. And you can do this, you can pick and choose what you want to do, and it saves you Deco-Large so you can use it again.
And if there's a card, Nat, that is of the time at the minute, it's this card, because over the last 2 years, when we've been allowed out, what is it that we've been doing? We've been going for walks.
Walking. It's been quite nice, actually.
There's been a lot of new hikers and people taking up walking, I think. And
I love it.
Rightly so, it's wonderful, isn't it? Well, you have the dog now, don't you, Nat?
We do. So it's even more fun.
It gets you out of the house, doesn't it? You
can't go for too many big walks at the moment, but we've got up to like 40 minutes now.
Okay, that's good.
So it's quite fun. But I'm excited for this summer, for when we can take him on all of those really
Have you got nice walks straight from your house, or do you have to drive? See, because that's brilliant, isn't it?
Straight out the door, down the road, and there is so many beautiful places we can go to, like little sort of like, kind of like
woodland paths.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got this exactly the same.
Absolutely love it.
Woodland paths, like within 2 minutes, we're on the woodland paths and stuff, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
I'm gonna stick
Very lucky
ribbon just under there, and then there you go. Just score that acetate down to make sure that it is super stuck, and you've got a card that looks completely different because we've mixed and matched it with that amazing
cottage
adorable scoreable.
It's beautiful. That adorable scoreable is really nice, guys. If you want it, that adorable scoreable pattern bag, only £7.99. Grab it while stocks last, because they do go. Again, you can do that multi-buy if you want. From a service perspective, the guys are doing their absolute best to get orders out the door. Something I wanted to tell you. What we've done for a number of years now is we shut down between Christmas and New Year because we like to give everybody a break. So, and I think the last couple of years, it's been quite a tough time, hasn't it? So everyone gets a break, everyone gets to go and spend Christmas with their family, and it's lovely. But we have realised this year when we've come back, you come back to a absolute bucket load of orders, and then January is really busy. We have things like Pound Shop, which is still on, guys. If there's anything you want in Pound Shop, grab it, because the stock is diminishing and diminishing quickly. And Pound Shop is only on till the 31st of January. But we come back to quite a lot of orders, which means that we start the year a bit behind in service, and it's not where we want to be.
Nope.
Now we're catching up, and we're catching up quickly, and that's very, very good. But what we decided to do from this year onwards is we are going to have staff in. I'm going to be myself. Between Christmas and New Year, we will all take a turn to come in. We all make sure that we get time off with our family, but also we make sure that parcels continue going out, and there's not sort of that gap in time where everything stops and we get behind. So we won't be getting behind like we have been in future years, which is I thought was worth telling you, and I thought people would be happy about that. Okay, so what do I need to tell you? Last couple of things. TV schedule. Pauline is with you tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. with a new concept card kit on Create and Craft TV. Create and Craft, Sky 683, Freeview 95, Freesat 816, Virgin 748. Very interesting. Hachanda, I don't know if you know this, guys, or if you've picked up on this, but Hachanda, who was the main competitor to Create and Craft, has purchased Create and Craft about a week, 2 weeks ago, and the two channels are merging together. They will become, Create and Craft will be the brand name, and it will carry on being Create and Craft. It's just going to move to where the Hachanda Freeview channel is now. I think it goes from channel 95 to 85.
I think so, yeah. There's a little bit.
Yes.
There's a little bit of crossover at the moment as well at the studios, where we've got presenters from Hachanda and the Craft Store coming and doing shows on Create and Craft, and I know that Dan's there is going over on Friday. I think
Dan Bancroft.
Dan Bancroft and Dean was there yesterday. So we're mixing and matching with presenters, so you know, you get used to the different people that are going to be on there, but we'll still be there, so that's good.
We will still be there at Create and Craft. One of the key things for you to know that I absolutely love is that Create and Craft will be going back to 1 hour shows. So
I'm so excited about that.
Which is brilliant. When you spend time with us in the morning, you know that it is a little bit more relaxed. It's not as selly, and you don't have that rush, and the demonstrators aren't rushed. They can demonstrate for as long as they want and show you everything with as good education as absolutely possible. We're going to be going, or they are going to be going back to 1 hour shows on Create and Craft, which I think is a real benefit for the customer, for people seeing the actual product. If you've got any more info that you want on the Create and Craft piece, you're more than welcome to contact me. My email address is daniel@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. Indeed, you can get in touch with us at studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. We do love to hear from you. So yes, Pauline's there tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. with a new concept card kit. Catch her at 12:45 p.m. today. So in an hour and 3/4.
It's not today.
Oh, is that? Oh, catch her at 12:45 tomorrow for a show with the Perfect Days collection.
I think that might have changed though.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Next up on Hunky Dory TV, are you feeling the January blues? I hope you're not. We have just the ticket to put a smile on your face. Join Natalie and myself tomorrow at 10 a.m. for an extra special launch. Hope you've enjoyed having an hour with us today. It's goodbye from my friend Emily.
Bye.
It's bye from my wonderful friend Natalie.
Bye.
And it's bye from ugly old me. See you soon.